Check, 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 check. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test, 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 test. Check. Check 1 2. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check 1 2. Check, 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 check.
It's not going up, he said.
Check, check, 1 2. Test 1 2, 1 2. Check. Check, 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 check. All right. Good afternoon, turning evening time from the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse, home of the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals. We haven't been here for a broadcast since September 15th, the last home game for the Lady Birds. But they get a big region conference game tonight against the Jefferson Lady Vikings. The Lady Vikings with the win and a loss next week by West Plains. The Lady Vikings will be the top seed in the Region 16 tournament that they host coming up in 2 weeks. Jared Pettis, Jackie Morris, Landon Keene with you, our entire crew today. And what should be a really fun broadcast today between two rival teams and already a really, really good-sized crowd.
Yes, I look for the crowd to get a lot bigger tonight. I know that Jefferson beat them in 3 straight sets. I think we're going to see a little bit of different style of ball game tonight, and I think Mac will come out and be ready to play a little better this time.
Absolutely. They're on their home floor. That loss was at Jeffco in a game that, again, was a really well-attended game on both sides. Mac, unfortunately, at that point in the season, battling a couple of injuries. Well, they haven't played since September 27th, so they got October 5th, rather. They got a good solid break for the Lady Cardinals here. Let's see if they got a little bit healthier, and health is key at this point in the season.
Well, that's what you got to have at this point in the season is healthy players, especially going into regional, and you have to have everybody there. Everybody has to be accountable for.
Absolutely, and a busy weekend this weekend for the Lady Cardinals as well with that Cardinal Classic. We'll get into that down the road. It's the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus, your home for MAC Athletics in the Parkland. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll hear from the assistant coach of the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals. That is Jaden Skaggs, as Tim Copeland's dealing with a little bit of a sickness, has no voice, but he's here tonight. So we talk it over with MAC's assistant coach, Coach Skaggs. Our conversation with Coach Skaggs right after this. You're listening to the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show, Mineral Area and Jefferson on KFMO. Joining the pregame show by the assistant coach of the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals, Jaden Skaggs. 15-6 on the season, and a little bit of a break since your last game. And honestly, you haven't been at the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse for a game, and since September 15th, Coach, what's the time been like between there? I know you've won a couple games, you played in the tournament, but we haven't seen you since then.
Yeah, it's been good. The girls have been working hard. A lot of effort on our end just to get in the gym, get better every single day. They've been putting a lot of work in here at practice, but we have been on the road quite a bit, so we're excited to be home.
You got the Jefferson Lady Vikings tonight in a big Region 16 matchup. You guys haven't won a region game yet this season, a tough loss to West Plains and Jeffco earlier in the year. What do you know about Jefferson, and what do you learn from that last game against them?
Yeah, Jefferson's a tough team. We've learned a lot about ourselves and a lot in practice, and kind of made a few tweaks with our own lineup. Just trying out some things. So we got a lot of weapons, just seeing where they work best. So a few changes there, but we're excited to match up with them again and see the outcome this time.
And the last time we saw you, the team was battling with a couple of injuries. Ella Bertram, one of those battling the injuries. How's the team right now, and how's the health of the team, and how's the feeling around the team, especially with the big game tonight?
Yeah, we've had an ongoing sickness. Coach is out right now with that same sickness, so I'm kind of taking over here. So just an ongoing sickness kind of lingered throughout the team, but other than Ella, she's out for the season, unfortunately. But everybody is healthy and looking good in practice and ready to play tonight.
You mentioned Tim Copeland. He's obviously the head coach. He's been here for 19 years, and tonight they're honoring for him winning his 500th game earlier in the season. What does he mean to this, not just team right now, but the organization that the volleyball team has been for the past couple of decades?
Yeah, so he's been around forever. I know even when I played in high school, I'm from the area, and so when you think of Mac Volleyball, you think of Coach Copeland. He's made an impact on a lot of players. We've had a lot of girls reach out, just happy about all of his accomplishments, and we couldn't be more excited to honor him tonight.
How important would a win be tonight for Tim Copeland?
It would be huge. You know, it's a rival game, so it's always good to come out on top for those.
What are the keys to tonight's game, Coach?
Just play our game. We got to stay aggressive on the service line. Serve and pass wins games, and that's kind of our main focus.
Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That is the assistant coach, Jaden Skaggs of the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals. And I found out after the interview, they're not honoring Tim Copeland tonight. That'll be next Wednesday, the 18th. But still, a wonderful night. Why not pick up a win and give it to your head coach, Tim Copeland, who's dealing with, you could say, an upper body injury with the, the no voice that he has going on.
It's probably a good thing they're not honoring him tonight since he can't talk.
It is the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. That coming up after this break. You're listening to the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show on KFMO Mineral Area in Jefferson. All right. Zip. On the high school volleyball side, MAAA Conference Volleyball Tournament action tonight. Silver and bronze brackets for 5th place, 7th place, 9th place, and 11th place. The Fredericktown Lady Blackcats win their 5th place semifinal over Bismarck in straights, 25-18, 25-15. They will play for the 5th place game. Bismarck goes to the 7th place game. And in the bronze bracket, West County tops Valley Caledonia, the first game of the entire tournament that needs more than 2 sets. West County wins at 25-21, 21-25, 25-17. The Lady Bulldogs will play for 9th coming up at 7:45. Happening in just a little bit, Valley Caledonia playing the loser of North County and Kingston for 11th place. That is all on the out-of-town scoreboard. You can find out more on the website, kfmosports.com, and follow us for updates on X, formerly known as Twitter, at KFMO Sports VB. That is going to wrap up the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show. When we come back, we'll get you the starting rotations And the opening serve from the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse as the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals at 15-6 on the season battle the 15-11 Jefferson Lady Vikings, two teams that have played once already this season. Jefferson taking that game earlier on. Mineral Area trying to get their first Region 16 win of the year. Hear it coming up right after this. Good evening from the Bob Seacrest Fieldhouse, home of the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals. About to get underway as they host the Jefferson Lady Vikings in a big Region 16 conference matchup. And Mineral Area looking for their first Region 16 win. They're 15-6, 0-2 in conference play. Their head coach is Tim Copeland in his 19th season. They start the sophomore Alandria Blue from Advance, Missouri, a sophomore in Mariana Miller, and another sophomore in Vittori Campos, then a freshman Peyton Roberts, sophomore Kendall Dodd, and a freshman Giovanna Mai. The libero is the sophomore from Festus, Missouri, Summer Meyer. For the Jefferson Lady Vikings, their head coach is Ida Steigert in her 16th season. They go with the freshman Jolena Gray from Farmington, another freshman Maju Fernandez, a 5'8 freshman Alina Deckert, 6' sophomore Amari Branch Autumn, and a freshman Summer Hake, as well as the sophomore and Sydney Burris. Their libero, the freshman Julia Reese from Brazil. And starting this one, Alina Deckert puts it in play. Mineral Area receiving, and a bad pass on serve reception by Mariana Miller, and it's a point early on for Jefferson. That is Jackie Morris. I'm Jared Pettis. Landon Keene back at the studio doing a great job producing our broadcast tonight. And it's early, 1-0 lead for Jefferson. And the second serve of the night, that's a service error. So you get a point, you give a point, and we're tied at 1. And Mineral Area will bring in Katie Huster to go back and serve. Huster wears jersey number 3 this year, a sophomore for the Lady Birds. Puts it in play in a tie game, 1-1, and it'll be a service ace.
That's a good serve.
2-1 Mineral Area leads, our first lead change after our first tie. And the ace for Katie Huster keeps her on the serve line. New ball in play already, very early on. Huster approaches and hits to the near side. They go back to Jelena Gray. She plays that one cleanly, set right in the middle. Amari Branch Autumn, she'll spike it down for the kill, tying us at 2. And just as quickly as Mac takes the lead, it goes right back. Two to 2 score. Maju Fernandez plays it with the serve. Mineral Area back set for Campos. She'll find a hole on the far side. Mac still on top, 3-2. That's a big kill for Campos.
That was a nice hit. Right, nice spot.
What can a perfect set do for a hitter? That was one of those perfect sets you see that is just on a tee.
If you get a perfect set like that, there's no reason why the hitter can't put it down. And the hitter doesn't put it down, it's not the setter's fault.
And Summer Meyer goes back to serve. Jelena Gray plays, backs it to the near side. Amari Branch Autumn again. Look at Alandria Blue lean out of the way of that one, matrix style, and it goes out of bounds. Point Mineral Area, 4-2.
Jefferson might have a little jitters going on right now. They don't seem like they're real comfortable right now.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the largest crowd I've seen for a volleyball game in this now 3rd year of covering Mineral Area College volleyball. Serve to the far side, played by Jelena Gray. They set to her. She kept it on the line, far side. Wow.
Those line shots are hard to pick up because you're not sure where they're going to go with it, and because she'll twist in the air at the last minute, and that's exactly what she did.
Are those one of the tougher shots to read on the volleyball?
Yes, because most of the time they're coming into the court, so it looks like they're going cross court, and then they switch right midair.
Serve played by Mineral Area, set to the near side. Mariana Miller went with the little roll shot to avoid a block, but it's played by Jeff. Go to the far wing. That's Jelena Gray off the tape and falls in, tying us at 4. Tie number 3. And that keeps the server, Summer Hake, from Jefferson City, Missouri, playing for the Jefferson College Lady Vikings. Now, they're not in Jefferson City. Obviously, they're in Jefferson County. Here's Vittori Campos again on the far side. Her second kill makes it 5-4. Mineral Area retaining that lead, and now Campos will rotate to the serve line.
And most of the time, if you can hit the line shot, you're pretty much just going to get a point most of the time. Because the line shot's really not covered as much as it is cross court and middle.
Campos with the flat-footed serve, played in the middle by Maju Fernandez, going all the way back to get it. The libero, Alina Deckert, cleared off a block into a free ball for Mineral Area. Back set, looking for Roberts off a block, and another great dig by Elandry Blue right in the middle. Set to the near side of the 10-foot line. Oh, what a play to read that line shot. Maju Fernandez reads it after the attack ball from Mariana Miller. Free ball again for Mineral Area. Push set again, Mariana Miller with the power, and right there the libero, Deckert, and it returns. Short set in the middle, instead of free ball coming for Jefferson as the bad set missed the swing from Peyton Roberts. Jolena Gray, far side, stop block Mineral Area, pushed back across by Branch. What a play, that's Amari Branch, set to the near side, and a little roll shot again from Mariana Miller. Long volley, one of the longest we've seen from Mineral Area this season. Here's a back set to the 10-foot line for Campos from the back row. She'll attack it off the arm of Deckert. Back to the far side as Mineral Area gets another free ball. Roberts swings it to the back corner and didn't get it. Man, just missed by inches. Tie game, 5-all.
She had the right idea. She got them all moving forward and then tried to push the ball deep in the court and a little bit too deep.
That just barely missed,
barely.
Jackie. It had to be 6 inches.
Yeah, if that much.
And Macy Nolly will come in and serve for Jefferson, a 5'2" freshman from Sullivan, Missouri. She'll put the ball in play. From the near side of the service line, Jefferson attacking left to right, Mineral Area right to left in this set one. Mariana Miller mishits into the net. Lead change number 2, Jeffco back on top.
Yeah, Miller missed out on that one. She had the only one blocker up there. That was a good shot she should have taken. She only had one blocker.
Jefferson's Nolly will serve again. From the near corner of the service line, played to the back row. Grace Duncan is in for Mineral Area. She receives, set to Mariana Miller on the near side. She won't miss that one, but it's dug out. And a free ball coming from Mineral Area. Jelena Gray had to go back deep in her own territory to get it. And Mariana Miller with a roll shot finds the donut. Tie game, 6-all. 5 ties, 12 total points. Mineral Area getting the serve back, and they'll bring in, or rather they'll send back Mariana Miller to serve and bring in Giovanna Mai to set up front on the near side.
Miller steps back to serve.
Mariana Miller likes to toss the ball extremely high and just bring it with the force like she's hitting the ball with Thor's hammer. Let's see what she goes with here. There's that power shot, played cleanly by the libero Deckert. Back to the near side, off a block, and Mariana Miller picks up a dig. Back to the near wing with the set. Little roll shot again from Mai. Push played to the back, but Mariana Miller's there in the middle of the back row. Peyton Roberts powers it off the arm, but somebody's in the net for Jefferson. It's a point for Mineral Area either way, 7-6.
That was a good play. Really smart play.
And Miller will serve again. Kendall Dodd has come onto the floor. Now comes off the floor as Peyton Roberts comes back in after the libero Summer Meyer was subbed out.
A little confusion there.
It's 7-6. Miller, another high toss. That goes higher than the shot clock on the basketball netting. Here's a touch up front. The fans behind us didn't think it was. Short set, Peyton Roberts into a block. Point for Mineral Area either way. Roberts gets a kill.
Robert takes care of business that time. She knew that one wasn't coming back.
Absolutely. That's twice in a row she's brought the force, and Jefferson unable to play it. Mineral Area wearing the red uniforms. Mac on the front, black trimmed in white. The numbers on the front and back, white trimmed in black. Red uniform, Summer Meyer in the gray jersey. Cardinals on the back, red trimmed in black. Numbering on the front and back, white trimmed in black as well. Here's a service. Oh, would have been an ace, but going back to get it was the libero Alina Deckert after it was played poorly by the receiver. I believe that was Maju Fernandez, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, it's a point for Mac. 9-6, they extend the lead. Largest run of the night currently at 4-zip.
Well, Miller's got a pretty strong top spin serve. That's going to be hard to pick up.
Let's see if she goes a little bit off speed here. She does not, but sends it right into the net. Service error. 9-7.
That would have been good if she could have went with a floater. Kind of would have got them off guard a little bit.
Absolutely. Angelina Gray serving for Jefferson. Floating serve and an ace. Jolena Gray, 9-8. Two service errors so far in the set, one for either side. 5 ties, 2 lead changes. With a point here, Jefferson could get tie number 6 and make it 9-9. They trail by 1. Jelena Gray puts it in play to the near side. That's a service error and a point for Mac, 10-8. 3 total service errors now. And it'll be Peyton Roberts to serve. I think that's what the confusion was after that last point. Roberts might have thought she was going back to serve, and Summer Meyer came into the game thinking that Roberts was coming out for a substitution. Serve played cleanly by Nolly, set to the near side, and look out. Ayers, the unsanctioned official in the corner, nearly got whacked with the ball on an attack from Sydney Burris on the near side. It's a point for Mineral Area, 11-8. That is Maddie Ayers. Peyton Roberts serving again from the near corner. Floats this one in play. Nolly is there for the receive. Set right into the middle. Again, they're going to target Burris, and this time she'll pick up a point. It ricochets off of Grace Duncan, and it'll be 11-9. And Summer Meyer will check in for Mineral Area. Jefferson wearing the navy blue uniforms with the red sleeves, white stripes down the sleeves. Jefferson on the front, arched over the number, white no trim with the numbers on the front and back. The libero, inverted colors, red with navy blue numbering and lettering trimmed in white. The serve by the libero. It was Deckert played by the opposite libero, Summer Meyer. And the point goes to Jefferson. It'll be 11-10.
The ball over the net, it kind of rolled off her fingers and laying it back on this side.
And the libero serves again. Deckert played by Mariana Miller, set by Blue, pushed to the back row. Mariana Miller off a block, but Jelena Gray, middle of the back row for Jefferson, is there to play. Mariana Miller goes all the way to the back corner on the far side to get a dig. It goes back up front to Giovanna Maya, and she'll clear. Jefferson sets to the far wing. That's an attack ball from Fernandez, dug out by Summer Meyer. Back row attack. Mariana Miller off the block of Summer Hake and down. It's 12-10, and Vittoria Campos comes back in. As Alandry Blue will serve. Blue ready to go. Got the signal from the official. She'll hoist and hit a bullet serve just over the tape, played by Nolly. Set to the far wing, looking for Fernandez, but Blue going to pick up a dig as it's returned to her. Back to the far side, Mineral Area with Campos, the dig into the net, as Julia Reese was there for the dig, but unfortunately for her, Vittoria Campos had a little bit too much speed on it. It bounced into the net. No one could play it. Timeout called by Ida Steigert and the Jefferson Lady Vikings. It's 13-10, Mineral Area ahead by 3 on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus. (13-10), Mineral Area leading in set one. Jared Pettis, Jackie Morris, Landon Keene, our entire crew. Oh, what a good dig by Kendall Dodd after she blocked it, and it slipped through the blocking window. It's cleared by Mineral Area. Here's a free ball for Jefferson, and just hitting out on the near side, but Jeffco wants a tip. They're not going to get the call.
No,
I didn't see a deflection.
I did not see a tip either.
14-10 is the score. Mac with the advantage. Blue serving once more. Midway through the first set. Blue slaps it to the back corner, just missed the back line. Service error number 4, 2 for either side. It's 14-11. And now it'll be Deckert to serve. Alina Deckert, the 5'8" freshman from Chile. Unloads, tips the tape. Summer Meyer, diving dig to keep it alive. A reception, rather. Free ball coming for Jefferson after miscommunication by Mineral Area's back row players. Blocked up at the net. That was Campos. Still played by Jefferson. Set to the far side, tipping the tape again. Mariana Miller with a deflection after it was tipped by Alandry Blue. Back set for Jeffco, looking for Amari Branch on him, and she will spike that down on the near side. 14-12.
That's the one thing you got to watch out. You can't give them free balls. You've got to play with intensity the whole time.
Absolutely. Free balls will always come back to bite you.
They will always come back.
2-point lead for Mineral Area, especially against the hard-hitting players for Jeffco like Amari Branch Autumn and even Jelena Gray.
Yes.
Mack receives serve, set to the far side for Mai, and she'll put it off a block and down. 15-2, Mai with her first score of the night. A 3-point lead, and Katie Huster will serve. Huster gets the okay from the official. Jefferson had a player tying her shoe. That was the holdup. Serve from Huster, a floater to the near side, played by the libero Reese. Set to the far wing, tip drill, diving play by Blue to keep it, and she stayed on the right side of the center line. It's cleared by Mineral Area. Set up front for Branch Autumn. She'll go roll shot, tip drill to the far side with the set as Campos plays it across. Somebody's into the net for Jeffco, and it is Maju Fernandez. Point for Mac, 16-12.
She's a little surprised at that call. She doesn't seem like she was in the net.
And the whistle was blown on the near side by the floor official. And Huster will serve again. 2-0 run for Mac, has them up by 4, 16-12. Huster, flat-footed serve, floats to the back row. Jelena Gray plays, push set to the far side and swinging into the net. Again, it's Maju Fernandez. Mac with another point, leading by 5.
Now, Mac just needs to keep going with the hard-hit serves and play some good defense and get them on their heels, and they'll have this first set wrapped up.
It's the largest lead of the night for Mineral Area at 5, 17-12. And Huster serving again from the far side. Played to the middle of the back row for Jelena Gray. They're going to back set to the near wing this time. Little roll shot by Summer Hake. Push set to the near wing. Tip drill, Mariana Miller. Dug out by Deckert. Cleared again. Pancake dig. What a play, and it's cleared by Huster in the back row. Back set for Branch Autumn. She'll go with a tip drill. Summer Meyer diving for a dig. Back set, and another tip drill, Vittori Campos. Tim Copeland wants him to go with the power. Couple of hits off a tip, that time up front, and Summer Meyer with another dig. Mariana Miller with the power that time. Oh, what a dig by Huster in the back row, and it's cleared by Mineral Area. Listen to the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse standing on their feet. This time it's cleared by Mineral Area, or by Jeffco rather, back to Mineral Area. That's Campos off the dig by Gray, I beg your pardon, Reese, and another dig that time, but no one's going to get it. A bad pass from Huster, point for Jefferson. And the fans still, albeit the point for the visiting team, clapping with that rally on both sides.
Well, that's the way volleyball's supposed to look. I mean, when you got two competitive teams like that going at it, that's what we want to see.
And it'll be Maju Fernandez back to serve with a 4-point differential, 13 serving the 17. Fernandez with a bullet serve, played by Summer Meyer. Back set, Mineral Area looking for Campos off a block. Fernandez has to dive to pick up a dig as it was deflected. That one just missed on the near side, but Mineral Area is in the net. It's Mariana Miller, 17-14.
You can't have errors like that. You got to stay out of the net. Those are unforced errors.
It's a 5-point lead. Fernandez serving again. Mineral Area on your listening device, attacking right to left. Here's a good serve receive by Summer Meyer, set to Campos on the far side. Got it where she wanted it and spiked it down.
She's got some power behind her swing, doesn't she?
She absolutely does. And she's not the only one either. You got Mariana Miller, Giovanna Mai, and even Leonie Lima, too, that can bring the heat.
Yep, all of them.
And so Summer Meyer, the libero, back to serve. A 4-point game, 18-14.
That's what I like about college versus high school. It seems like their hitters are just so much more powerful.
Mineral Area has the serve returned to them by Amari Branch Autumn, rather. And Mack sets for Mariana Miller on the near wing, but it's played by Jelena Gray. Going to look for Branch Autumn again into a block, and it stays with Jefferson. Now they're going to set Jelena Gray on the far side, and she'll miss-hit it into the net. 19-14. A 5-point game.
I wasn't real sure that ball got over the net. I didn't think it was blocked.
Yeah, I don't think it was either.
I didn't think it was
either.
From my angle, it didn't look like it. It looked like it was 4 hits.
And we're on the opposite side of the net, but
Yes.
that's a couple times tonight where it's been questionable blocks at the net, but we
Yes.
play on. I prefer them playing on just to see how it plays out. That's just me, but I'm not an official. Tip drill at the net, and the joust is won by Jelena Gray. 19-15. I wear the black polo, not the white polo.
Yeah.
the black KFMO sports polo, that is. Gray with 3 kills. That leads the Jefferson Lady Vikings. 19-15, Mack with the advantage. Floating serve by Hake, played by Mack. Ooh, and there's a stuff block up front. Amari Branch Autumn in there, and maybe even Sydney Burris.
Yeah, you can't run a short set like that when you got 2 big blockers like that, because they're just standing there waiting on you.
That pass was telegraphed also to Mariana Miller.
Yes.
Hake with the serve again. Summermeyer receives in the back row. Set to the near side again for Mariana Miller. She'll go tip drill to avoid the block, and it's played by Jelena Gray and cleared. Setting again to the near side. That's Miller into a block and digging it out. That's Alina Deckert. Set to the near side. Branch Autumn through the blocking window of Peyton Roberts and Mariana Miller and down. 19-17. And you look at it. Jeffco's scored the last 3 points. Extend that out. They've scored 5 of the last 7. That 6-point lead has dwindled down to 2.
Yeah, Mack's going to have to get back and start hitting and quit tipping it over.
Hake serving again. Summermeyer can't play it cleanly, but Huster was there. Free ball coming for Jefferson as Meyer can only send it over with the float. Short set right in the middle. Hit too far. Oh, what a play by Katie Huster to lean out of the way as that attack ball from Sydney Burris was going right for her but was out of bounds. Great court awareness by Huster to know where she's at on the floor as well. 20-17.
And that's what happens when you start just patty caking it and tipping it over. You lose your momentum, and then you let them catch up. So you've got to stay very tight with your hits and not just drop them over.
Campos served. It's returned by Jelena Gray. Tip drill Blue, and it's down. 2-ball attack, and Blue gets her first kill. 21-17. And a timeout called by Jefferson, a late one, and their final timeout will step aside as well. 4-point lead for the Lady Cardinals over the Lady Vikings on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus, your home for MAC Athletics in the Parkland. Out-of-town scoreboard update. We'll get that after this set. It's currently 21-17, Mineral Area leading. Set 1, Vittori Campos serves from our right to our left. If you're watching on the MAC YouTube channel, they're serving away from you. Vittori Campos puts it in play, and it was received by Fernandez. Set to the near side. That's Branch Autumn. Stuff block, but it goes out of bounds. Point for Branch Autumn, ending the MAC 2-0 run. Makes it 21-18. 3-point differential, a lot better than 4,
Yes.
and maybe 5 if Mac had gotten that point.
Yep. this is where at this point of game you try to use the blockers as much as possible and go off of their hands and have them to touch the balls that's going out so you don't get called for out of play.
Macy Noli serves, received by Meyer. Tip drill far side, pushed across by Mariana Miller. Another roll shot to clear a block. Blue plays it to the back row. Husterson's over a free ball. Push set far side. Jeffco to Jelena Gray off a block, and there's Summer Meyer from Mineral Area in the back row. Set to the near side. Mariana Miller somehow got a kill as Julia Reese was unable to get to it, was in the area, and it just looked like her feet were in a little bit of quicksand, and she was slow to get to it. 22-18. The kill for Miller is just her second, and she'll go back to serve. Mariana Miller wears jersey number 7 for Mineral Area. The white headband and some perspiration on the floor is the holdup here as they clean it with a rag, and now we're ready to go. It'll be Mariana Miller to serve. 22-18, Mac leading. The serve by Miller, played by Reese, the libero. Push set, Jelena Gray. They're going to tip it through. Nearly a collision by 3 Mineral Area Lady Cardinals. And Miller will go roll shot from the back row, but it's played that time by Alina Deckert. Set again for Gray into a block. She'll dig it out of the block and set to the near side for Deckert, who clears. Grace Duncan plays it up, and it's sent over to a free ball by Summer Meyer. Now to attack ball. Oh, that was going out, and Mariana Miller just reactionary through the arm up and got a piece of it. Point for Jefferson.
I think the blocker actually touched it first, so I think she thought she had to play it. So.
Well, then a good attempt by Mariana Miller.
Yeah.
Didn't like where the deflection took it.
But again, they're not hitting the ball. They're not attacking the ball. And look at the score. Now
there's an attack from Peyton Roberts off a block and down. 23-19.
And she used the blocker. You got to use those blockers and brush off of them.
And that'll bring in, that'll send Peyton Roberts to serve, rather. Kendall Dodd checks in for Mineral Area. She's played really well this year. Last year was on the basketball team here at MAC. Switched over to volleyball this year. Served by Roberts. A short one on the near side. Free ball coming from Mineral Area.
They better use it right here.
They set for Dodd. Oh, and a diving dig off a block by Julia Reese. Back to Dodd, though, and she'll spike it down, and a great dig by Noli in the back row on the near side. Grace Duncan receives the return. Back set to the near wing, or push set, rather, for Mai, but it's still alive as Jefferson plays, and a free ball coming from Mineral Area. Roberts had to go to the near corner and play it. Sent to the near wing, and a little roll shot coming for Mai, and it's played by Jefferson. Set to the far side for Fernandez. There's Grace Duncan. Somebody's going to have to go get it. Landry Blue does from the net all the way to the middle of the back row. Mariana Miller sends it across from the back row. Tip drill at the net. Diving dig Duncan into a block. Oh, and it's dug out by Kendall Dodd. Set to the near wing. Push play to the back row. Off of Noli, and Mac gets a point. What a rally and what a volley, and a point for Giovanna Mai. Her second kill. Set point for Mineral Area.
Set point.
Got to capitalize on this set point. It'll be Peyton Roberts to serve at what could be the end of the first set.
Yes, they have to make a definite point right here and get that last point.
Roberts serving right to left. She'll put it in play. Noli is there to receive. Set to the far wing for Fernandez. She'll roll it with some top spin as Mariana Miller is there. Set to the near wing. That's Giovanna Mai off a block and out. Mineral Area takes the first set. 25-19. Teams switch sides. MAC leads 1-0 on KFMO Sports Plus. Your home for Mineral Area College Athletics in the Parkland on KFMO as well, and on the Mineral Area College YouTube channel. 1-0 in sets. Mineral Area takes the first set 25-19. I'll meet the teams. The Mineral Area women's and men's basketball program was tonight for MAC Booster Club members. The season quickly approaching. The Lady Cardinals open their season here on November 1st. The MAC men, they play November 3rd and 4th at the Three Rivers Classic. That on November 3rd and 4th that weekend.
Thanks.
As we hand over one of the schedules to Jackie Morris, who joins me. I'm Jared Pettis, Landon Keene back at the studio. And it'll be Mac with the opening serve. Now left to right on your listening device. The teams have swapped sides. Summer Meyer with the good dig there after the serve was returned. That's Giovanna Mai sending over a free ball for Jefferson. They push that to the near side. Stuff block, Vittori Campos.
I think Jefferson must have overheard my conversation. They ran a slide right off the bat over there.
Off air, we were talking about Mac not running those slide plays.
Yeah, I think they need to run a little bit more slides and more shoots and surprise them a little bit more instead of just the typical high sets.
Well, if you see it, I'll keep it to you. I don't honestly haven't seen one, or I haven't been able to recognize one. You had seen it, I didn't. There's a tip drill at the net, and a point for Jefferson ties us at 1.
Well, that's two different plays that the second set started. So they must have some more sleeves up their tricks up their sleeves.
Pulling the ace out of the long sleeve that they're wearing tonight.
Yeah.
Here's a bank set for Giovanna Mai after serve, and the receive was good by Summer Meyer. It went to Mai, and she spikes it to the back row. Mai with her third kill, and Katie Huster will check in and serve.
Now, that's the first time she's been in the game tonight, I believe.
Huster tonight has an ace. Getting another one here. She'll lift and hit a flat-footed serve to the far side. The libero, Julia Reese, plays. Push set to the near wing, and Maju Fernandez clears. Summer Meyer can't get that one. And we're tied at 2. Fernandez with her second kill. And our second tie of the second set. Set 1 featured 5 ties, 2 lead changes, 4 service errors, 2 on either side.
That must have just been a confusion on the back row, because that ball was high enough somebody could have played that ball.
And it'll be Fernandez back to serve. A bullet serve played by Summer Meyer, received cleanly. Back set for Vittori Campos, and just whiffing on that one was Maju Fernandez in the back row, and a point for Campos, her 4th kill, leading the Lady Cardinals, and it's 3-2 rather.
There was no returning that one. She meant business on that one. That was good.
You talk about all the time bringing the force on some of these attack balls. Those are my favorite hits to see. Yes. It's just fun to call them.
Yes.
Yeah, the roll shots are nice, but come on now. Come on now. Attack it. Come on.
We're in college.
Lay into
attack
it.
The ball. That's right.
Summer Meyer serving on the far side all the way to the near wing. The opposite libero, Julia Reese, plays. Attack ball from the near side, getting the back row, Jelena Gray. Wow. Tie game again. 6 points in, 3 ties at every junction.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive hit.
Jelena Gray, one of the trio from Farmington last year that each corralled a career accolade. Gray and Jade Roth with 1,000 kills. Grace Duncan with 1,000 digs. Duncan plays for Mineral Area. Roth plays at Lindenwood. 3-3 score. Campos with the power. It goes right back to her. She misses it, but Alandry Blue is there. That nearly gets the scoreboard here at the Bob as it was dug out by Blue. We get a whistle and a double hit. Yes. Yeah. 4-3 Mineral Area.
I was just getting ready to say I thought that was 2 hits, but she blew her whistle.
Our rules analyst, Jackie Morris. Mac leads by a point, 4-3. Vittori Campos will serve. She hasn't been on the service line a lot this season. She serves here. A flat-footed serve by Campos clears the net. Fernandez in the back row play, set right to the middle for Sydney Burris, and she'll spike it down, but a point for Mineral Area. It was out on the near side. Wow, that one looked awfully close to being in.
That really looked close. I thought it was in.
Me too. 5-3 Mineral Area.
But we are at the angle, so.
Campos will serve once more. Short serve that time. Fernandez was there, pushed it to the near side. Jelena Gray off a block, dug out by Alandria Blue. She got her hand on it for the block. Set to the far side, Mariana Miller rolls it across the tape, and it just falls on Mineral Area's side. 5-4. I like that idea by Miller, just unfortunately didn't get the right angle on it.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit more force on those, too, for it to go when you try to roll them over the net like that, you just never know if the net's going to give.
And so Macy Noley comes in and serves for Jefferson. Right to left. Noley's floating serve played by Grace Duncan in the back row. Back set to the near side for Pate Robertson. Oh, and a good dig by Duncan, still alive. Free ball coming for Jefferson. That one might have gone out, but it's played by Julia Reese. Set to the near side for Jelena Gray. Off a deflection, and there's Katie Huster in the back row. Setting to the far side for Mariana Miller. Punches it to the opposite back row for Jefferson. Second ball hit, and it's cleared by Deckert down for a point. Her first kill ties us at 5. And Macy Noley serving for Jeffco again. And a tie game, our 4th tie of the second set. Grace Duncan receives the serve. Alandria Blue comes all the way back to set for Katie Huster in the back row. Jefferson plays this return, and another 2 hit on the set. Another bad set for Jefferson, and Mack retains the lead 6-5.
The setter's not quite getting there. Her feet's not set. That's why she's ball handling it a little bit wrong.
Giovanna Mai comes in for Mack. Mariana Miller will serve. Miller. So far, no aces tonight yet. She'll send this one high in the air. And Noley is there to receive. Sent to the near side. Jelena Gray, and there's the whistle. You saw it. You saw it. That's 2 hits.
Yep. And really, there was no reason for that one. She was set there.
7-5, Mack. And Coach Jackie Morris, 3 for 3 on the calls in this set. Mariana Miller to serve.
I think she's getting just a little rattled.
Bullet serve played by Reese. This time a clean set to Burris on the far side, and she'll put it through a block and down.
And that was that slide I was talking about. That's 2 they've done in this game. So I think they must have overheard us talking.
We better quiet down.
Yes, we better.
Jelena Gray back to serve for Jefferson, right in the middle of the serve line. She'll hoist and hit. Played by her former teammate Grace Duncan. Tip drill at the net. Mai somehow cleared, and it's played back by Jefferson. Second ball hit. That's Alandria Blue for a point. Second kill for Blue, 8-6.
That was pretty smart. Smart play on her part.
Failed to get those out-of-town scores to you between sets. We'll give them to you now. Fredericktown beat Bismarck in the silver bracket. They'll play St. Genevieve for the 5th place game as St. Gen beats Arcadia Valley 22-25, 25-21, 25-18. Point for Mineral Area. That one's hit too far and out. They lead 9-6. And in the bronze bracket, North County tops Kingston in straights 25-20, 25-11. And West County beat Valley Caledonia in 3, 25-21, 21-25, 25-17. Bullet serve, Peyton Roberts, played by Jefferson. Set to the near side as they look for Fernandez. Through a block, there's Roberts to play. From a knee, the set to the far wing. That's Giovanna Mai, but a stuff block, Sydney Burris. And Elena Deckert might have been in there as well. 9-7. Largest run of the night. By either side, it's 4 for Mineral Area. That came early on in set 1 after a 6-6 tie. They made it 9-6. So far, the furthest run in this set, 2-0, both by Mineral Area. Serving, it's Julia Reese. She'll float a short serve, nearly found the donut, but Mariana Miller was there. Mai attacks from the far wing, played by Jeffco. And swinging into the net, Maju Fernandez. Make it 10-7 Mac. What do you see there from Fernandez as she's moving on the run while she was trying to hit and just got the bad angle? Is that something that happens often when a player's moving like that?
Yeah, because sometimes they forget where they're at on the court, and then they don't push the ball enough inside the court. And they get a miss hit on it.
This serve played, and that's what happened, just a miss hit. It was, if she would have got the good angle on it, now she's going to deliver a stuff block, but it bounces off the tape and out of bounds. So a point for Mineral Area, 11-7.
One thing I'm not seeing is I'm not hearing the setter calling how many blocks there is, because those girls can hit around a single block and can tell them if they have a 2 block.
Alandria Blue serves on the near side, just out on the near wing. I like the idea on the serve, but Blue couldn't keep it in. 11-8, first service error by either side in this second set. And serving Alina Deckert. Serve played by Summer Meyer. 50-50 ball at the net. The joust is won by Summer Hake, but an illegal hit and a point for Mineral Area, 12-8.
Yeah, she's got to give the setter opportunity to set the ball, and I think she reached a little bit over the net on that one.
And Katie Huster comes in to serve. Mac leading by 4, 12-8. Their largest lead of the night was 6, and that ended set 1. Huster with the bullet serve. Jelena Gray from a knee place. Push set to the near side for Maju Fernandez. Stop block. Peyton Roberts and Kendall Dodd. 13-8, Mineral Area.
I'm not sure what Jefferson was watching. I don't expect that one to come back, so.
Definitely not. There was no one in the area.
Nobody.
Pair of blockers for Max shut down the attack. Here's a service error by Katie Huster. Free point Jefferson, 13-9. And they will put Maju Fernandez on the serve line. Fernandez unloads, played by Summer Meyer. Going back to set, Alandry Blue to the near side for Vittori Campos. She'll push it across, and Julia Reese receives for Jeffco. Punch play right in the middle. Hake will get the kill in the back row. Summer Hake with her second kill, 13-10. And the first run for Jeffco in this one, currently at 2-0, and could be more. As Maju Fernandez, the freshman, serves again. Mineral Area College Athletics on KFMO Sports Plus. 13-10, Mac leads. Katie Huster receives the serve. Campos with the attack ball off a block and down. Huster couldn't get to that one in time. Summer Hake again was there. 13-11. And that'll put Maju Fernandez on the serve line again. Sorry, Jackie.
I don't know if they've noticed, but there's a little height difference here. You know, 5's at front, so their setter should be smart enough to follow wherever 5 goes, because they've got a height advantage over here, and they should be using that.
Alandra Blue sets on the near side. That's the side that Jelena Gray was on, but a stuff block. It was Summer Hake again, 13-12. And a 1-point differential. Mac has seen the 5-point lead vanish.
Well, I don't think Jefferson is just going to sit down and let them have it. They're going to make them work for it.
Absolutely they are. They always do, especially down here at the Bob. Fernandez with the serve. Mariana Miller is there. Short set right in the middle for Kendall Dodd, and wasn't looking where she hit it and made a good attack ball, but it's played by Reese and cleared by Jefferson at the net. Set to the back row, and Katie Huster just mishits it at the base of the net. 13-all, 5-0 run for Jeffco. And do we have a timeout from Mineral Area? I don't think we do yet.
No, she wants to give them another point or so. Let them try to figure out what they've done.
5th tie. It's Jaden Skaggs. I guess you could say acting as coach today. Tim Copeland is here, but does not have a voice.
Yeah.
13-13. Mariana Miller into a block, gets the dig, going towards the bench. Oh, man, the seats rather. Summer Meyer slides into the seats to set. It's cleared by Mack. Off a block up front, that's Hake. Diving play by Huster. Push set to the far side, Mineral Area to Mariana Miller down for a point. 14-13, Miller with her 3rd kill. Mack back on top.
And that was a pretty kill. She had to do that. That was pretty.
Mariana Miller is just one of those players. She's from Brazil. You don't see a player of her caliber. Yes, she's a sophomore this year, but last year as a freshman, even had the ability last year that she has this year. You don't see that in high school around here.
Absolutely not.
That's something you only see at the college level. Summer Meyer tips the tape and an ace. It rolls over. 15-13. I think if you ask Summer Meyer, she's going to say that was on purpose.
Well, of course. They practice those.
Meyer serving from the far corner.
I know we used to practice them.
Honestly?
Honestly, we did. We did.
15-13. Mac took set 1. They lead in set 2. Meyer again with a serve. That one had side spin on it. Maju Fernandez with the dig. They're going to set to the 10-foot line for Amari Branch Autumn, and she'll clear with the roll shot. Back set to the near side. Campos, she'll play it again after the block came right to her, and Huster couldn't get there. 15-14. Jelena Gray with the kill, her 5th.
You just can't hit in a 2 block like that at an angle.
It'll be Summer Hake going back to serve. Burris back on the floor for Jeffco. Her assistant coach telling her they want her to produce now to get Jeffco back in it. They only trail by 1. Mariana Miller hits it to the back row, and Summer Hake is there. Jeffco sends over a free ball. Katie Huster, short set right in the middle. Peyton Roberts spikes it down off of Alina Deckert, then stares her down, 16-14.
That's what you got to do. Get them on their heels. Get those short sets in there. Mix it up a little bit.
Mineral Area is mixing it up. They've been dominant the last handful of seasons. And Vittori Campos goes back to serve. The serve played by Jelena Gray. Back set for Autumn Amari Branch. Amari Branch Autumn, rather. It's cleared by Mineral Area after it came back to them, and it was dug out that time by Fernandez. Off a block, Mariana Miller is there. She wants the set. Instead, they go with the back set on a short set to Peyton Roberts, played by Jeffco, set to Jelena Gray on the near side. Campos is there, but Landry Blue had to go on her horse and get to it, and she did. Set for Campos, and it's cleared. Jeffco back the other way, tip drill for Branch Autumn. Played by Mineral Area. Mariana Miller off of a couple of deflections and down. 17-14, Mariana Miller with her 4th kill, and a 3-point advantage for Mac.
Tim's not coaching, but he's up on his feet telling them something. So he's there.
Tim Copeland talking to Vittori Campos, who will be serving. Mac has scored 4 of the last 5 points after that 5-0 run by Jeffco. Campos ready to go. Hoists and hits on the near side. Jelena Gray played it near her head, and it's pushed across by Amari Branch Autumn into the antenna point Mineral Area. 18-14. Timeout Jefferson, their first timeout of the set. Mineral Area leading by 4. They've scored 6 of the last 7 points. You're listening to MAC Athletics on KFMO Sports Plus, the Parkland sports leader, and on AM 1240 KFMO. Vittori Campos with the serve. Jelena Gray is there to play. They'll set back to Gray. She nearly ran into the net. Her toes were across the center line. They get it to her as she blocks it, and it's dug out by Sydney Burris after Mac clears. Coming back from Mineral Area. Second ball attack by Landry Blue. Played well by Jefferson. Free ball for Mac. Blue going to set right in the middle. Roberts. Oh, and a stuff block. Man, Sydney Burris was there. Amari Branch Autumn might have been there as well.
I'm really not sure if some of those were legal plays there.
Yeah.
I thought a couple were lifts myself.
I'm with you. 18-15.
But I think at this point in time, they're just letting them play.
Absolutely. Why not? It's a really good game.
It really is.
A serve by Macy Noli, played by Mac. Blue has to go and get it, and Huster from the back row will clear. It's played by Julia Reese. Set right in the middle. That time it's Sydney Burris, and she'll finish in the net. No, it's Mineral Area in the net. Point for Jeffco, 18-16. And Noli will continue the serve. into the timeout. I told you Mac had scored 6 of the last 7. It was actually 5 of the last 6 on that brief 3-0 run to the timeout. Jeffco's answered that currently with 2 of their own, making it a 2-point game. Summer Meyer receives serve, set right in the middle. Peyton Roberts punches it to the back row, and Julia Reese plays. A back row free ball coming from Mineral Area, as that's all Fernandez could do. Mac sets for Mariana Miller on the far side. Oh, Mac wants the tip. The officials say no. I didn't see a deflection, and Miller hits it out, 18-17.
No, there was no tip on that ball.
And that's just a situation where a player is trying to draw the call, trying to persuade the officials into it.
And most of the time, the officials are not going to change their calls.
Noli serving again on the near side. Grace Duncan receives, push set to the far side at the 10-foot line. That's Miller trying to keep it on the line, but Noli plays it and read it well. To the near side at the 10-foot line, that's an attack ball for Jelena Gray, and Vittoria Campos will clear, beg your pardon, that's Peyton Roberts. 50-50 ball at the net, tap down. Mariana Miller with the point, ending the 3-0 run. 19-17 as the joust is won by Mac. 5 kills for Miller, leads the Lady Cardinal attackers. We're in set 2. Mac took set 1, 25-19, leading by 2 in this second set. And Mariana Miller rotates to the serve line. Miller slaps it. Didn't go with the power that time. Jelena Gray gets the set on the near side, going for the donut, and a diving play by Mai to keep it alive. That time, a bullet attack ball from the back row by Miller. It's returned, and Peyton Roberts slaps it down. Burris touched it as it bounces off of her and straight out of bounds. Point for Mac, 20-17.
Yeah, Roberts was camped out waiting on that one. She read that one, I think, before the girl even hit it.
Mac, if you want to give it a term, is in that quote-unquote red zone on the volleyball side. 20 points, only have 5 to end the set. Macinoli receives. Free ball coming from Mineral Area. That one tipped the tape as Fernandez had to approach it and hit it. Back set for Peyton Roberts on the near side. Through a block. Look out on the seat. Sets down and hops 3 rows deep. 21-17. Back-to-back kills for Peyton Roberts.
Yeah, there wasn't a touch, but there was no touch. There was absolutely no touch.
Oh, they give the point to Jefferson. I thought that got in on the line on the far side.
No, it was out of bounds, and there was no touch.
Check that. It's a point for Jeffco, 20-18. Not the 5th kill for Peyton Roberts. Officials talking. I thought it was either deflected off the tape and bounced in on the far side. I didn't see it roll out.
No,
we're on the further side of the court.
It was out, and I did not see a touch.
They're asking the unsanctioned official from the near corner. I don't know if she saw it either. Mac faithful won a touch. The ball had changed directions, but it was because it tipped the tape.
Yes.
Not a hand up front. If this holds, it'll be a point for Jeffco in a 2-point game. Ida Steigert approaching the near side judge. He'll walk over to the chair and see what they're conversating about.
And just my point of view, I don't think they should ask a line judge that question.
Especially an unsanctioned official.
Not let them make that decision.
This is a long conversation. You usually don't see these conversations be this long with the line judge.
No.
Or with the unsanctioned official, that is.
I mean, if she didn't see it, then you can't assume that she saw it. So.
I'd say probably 100 maybe here at the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse thought they saw it.
Oh, yeah. This is a nice crowd out here.
They got the upper section on the far side, and they overturned this. Oh, and Ida Steigert not happy with the call. So it will be a point for Mineral Area and a kill for Peyton Roberts. I don't know if the two sanctioned officials didn't see it, but the unsanctioned one did.
But the unsanctioned official didn't make a motion that she's seen it either.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't make that gesture. So, not sure that I would have changed that call.
Steigert not happy, still conversating with the official on the near side. It goes to 21-18. The score on the board needs fixed. And they're fixing that now. Point for Peyton Roberts, so it will be her 6th kill. 21-17. Mariana Miller stays on the serve line, a 3-0 run. Ida Steigert still conversating with the official on the near side. Chair official awaiting the conversation to be done. I think she's got a gripe here.
She does. Like I said, you don't let the unsanctioned person make that call, especially when she didn't gesture that there was a touch.
If it was last year or the year prior, Steigert got a warning from the officials in a game between Mineral Area and Jeffco, but not a yellow card as she was arguing a call. Mariana Miller will serve. The score holds 21-17 Mac. Miller, a floating serve played by Noli on the far side. Jeffco sets to the near wing for Jelena Gray as Mariana Miller has to play in the back row. Second ball attack by Elandry Blue, and it's sent too far, and Max in the net. Point for Jeffco, 21-18, as that one might not have stayed in had the whistle not gone for a player in the netting. And Jelena Gray goes back to serve. Sorry, Jackie.
No, I think Jefferson needs to come back and get strong again. They're just lobbing the ball over the net again. And
here's a serve by Gray, played by Duncan, set to the far side. Gray is there, but Jeffco's in the net. It was Macy Noli in the net. 21-18 turns to 22-18, and Matt gets the serve back, and that's a tough break for the Lady Vikings. And it'll be Peyton Roberts to serve from the far corner. Roberts unloads. Nolly can't play. A service ace, 23-18. The first ace for Roberts.
That was a good serve.
Serve had some topspin to it. Just deflected off the fingertips of Nolly and directly behind her. And Roberts will serve once more. She'll slap it. Nolly plays that one cleanly this time. Sent up front for Sydney Burris. She'll clear, and there's Grace Duncan with a diving dig. Max sets for Mai on the far side. 50-50 ball at the net. The joust won by Mac, but it stays with Jeffco. And a free ball coming as Reese could only send it across. Back set, looking for Dodge. She'll put it off the arm of Jelena Gray, who plays it. And now another free ball coming from Mineral Area. Blue, second ball hit, and it's down. Set point, Mineral Area. Elandry Blue, deceptive. Is she going up for the set or the second ball attack? That time, the second ball attack, and Blue with her third kill.
And they changed things up a little bit, and there was a little slide in there.
Absolutely. Peyton Roberts will serve again. Roberts hits Nolly in the back row. Back to the near side, Fernandez, rolls across the tape, stays with Jeffco. That's 4 hits, and Mac leads 2-0. They'll switch sides. Mac takes it 25-18. You're listening to Mineral Area College Athletics on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus, the KFMO app, and online at KFMO.com. Set 3 about to get underway. We mentioned it off air, Jackie, that we don't think Mac should take this set easy. Jeffco has been behind 2-0 in 7 games. They've won twice. They're 2-5 in that situation. And in just 3 of those games, or 4 of those games, rather, they lost in straights.
Yeah, you don't want to count them out yet. They're not done.
Jeffco has the opening serve. They serve left to right. Mineral Area plays it, and Alandra Blue with a bad pass, and Jeffco gets their first point of the 3rd set. They scored first in set 1, but Mac won it. Mac took set 1, 25-19, and the second set, 25-18. We'll get those stats momentarily for when Mac has led 2-0. Bad play, but somehow a pancake pass, but Summer Meyer could only knock it under the net. 2-0, Jeffco, their first 2-0 lead to start a set tonight. And that keeps Alina Deckert on the serve line. Deckert hoists and hits. Vittoria Campos receives. Back set for Giovanna Mai. She'll put it off a block, but a pancake dig by Jeffco's Julia Reese. And as it's returned, it goes out of bounds. Point for Mineral Area, 2-1. And they'll bring Katie Huster in to serve. Huster. And Mineral Area trying to win their 16th of the season. Huster ready to go. Back set for Jeffco after they receive, looking for Summer Hake, and she'll keep it on the line. 3-1 lead, Jeffco. All right, Mineral Area has not lost a match where they've won the first 2 sets. And all but 3 of their wins this season have come in straight sets.
Oh, wow.
Push a short set right in the middle. As Kendall Dodd clears after the serve from Jefferson, who lead by 2. Here's an attack ball from the back row. Jelena Gray had some spin on that one, and she gets another kill. That's the 6th kill by Jelena Gray. Jeffco leading by 3 points now, 4-1. Short serve, Huster plays, set to the far side, Campos. She'll clear, Jelena Gray diving for the dig, she'll pick it up. To the far side, Fernandez trying to keep it on the line. Can't keep it inbounds, and it's out on the far side. 4-2, Mac gets a point back. And Peyton Roberts comes into the game, Kendall Dodd out. Summer Meyer will serve on the near side. Meyer ready to go. That's a service there and a free point for Jeffco, 5-2. Only one service error in set 1, 2 rather, goodness. 4 in set 1, 1 in set 2, the first here in set 3.
Yeah, you don't want to have too many of those in this type of game.
Beg your pardon, there were 2 set errors in the second set, service errors in the second set. Matt gonna clear, Vittoria Campos spikes it down on the far side for a kill, 5-3. Campos gets kill number 5, and that is 3 Mineral Area Lady Cardinals with 5 or more kills.
I think Jefferson didn't think she was going to hit that ball at all. They didn't even go up to attempt to block it. So she caught her way off guard.
If you leave Campos wide open, I'd say 9 times out of 10, maybe 19 times out of 20, she's going to get the kill. Campos with a floating serve played by Jeffco. Set to the near side. That's Amari Branch Autumn for a free ball for Mineral Area. Peyton Roberts spikes it down, but a good dig that time by Jeffco's Julia Reese, and it's cleared. But Mariana Miller went with a little roll shot, and it falls. Mariana Miller makes it 5-4. And you saw a double set. I didn't see it. The refs didn't see it. They played on. Matt gets the point either way.
And that's good.
Mariana Miller with the kill. That's her 6th. And Campos stays on the serve line far side. Campos ready to go. Now gets the whistle from the official. Campos to put it in play. Jelena Gray is there. Push set to the far side looking for Sydney Burris. but it's dug out by Mariana Miller and cleared by Miller. They go back to Burris off a deflection. Campos in the back row is there. Short set. That's Peyton Roberts. Burris says no. Oh, Landry Blue again going with the second ball attack, but can't clear the net that time. 6-4, Jeffco. Landry Blue not happy with herself after that play. Does have a smile on her face, though. Mac leads 2-0, trailing in the third set by 2.
I think she might have just forgot how high the net was.
Possibly. Served by Macy Noli, played by Mac. Push set to the near side, Mariana Miller. A great read by Julia Reese as she digs it to the far side as the set goes to Fernandez. Summer Meyer with a good dig for Mineral Area, and it's cleared by Mariana Miller. Stuff block at the net. Good dig that time by Burris after she tried to clear, and Gray sends the power from the back row. Roberts with the tip drill with the left hand. Played by Nolly. Long volley into a block up front, and Reese could only send it under the net. Point for Mineral Area. 6-5. Blue and Miller were there.
I think he's telling her that he's got to set the ball a little bit higher so the hitters can get the attack. They're not getting a good swing on it because the sets are too low.
And Mariana Miller goes back to serve. Mac has yet to use a timeout tonight. Obviously, they won't use one this early in set 3, trailing by just a point. Miller with the high toss and the power shot. Reese is there for the reception. Tipped across. Summer Meyer goes and gets it. Nearly collides with Mariana Miller.
Hits.
Going back to Miller on the near side. Can't keep it in balance. That's out. And Summer Blue got away with a bad set. 7-5, Jeffco. Or Landry Blue, that was, that got away with the
I believe so.
bad set. Point for the Lady Vikings, back on top by 2. Serve from Fernandez. It's a bullet serve. Grace Duncan was there. Short set right in the middle. Roberts going to tip it across, but it's read by Deckert. Tim Copeland wants his team to bring the power. That's going to result in the point as it gets to the back line. A kill for Jelena Gray on the far side.
I don't know if you're watching, but Mac's not hustling to their positions. They're just kind of walking around, and that's what you don't want to do with Jefferson.
3-point lead for the Lady Vikings. Fans starting the Let's Go Mac chant, and a service ace for Fernandez. Will we see a Mac timeout soon? It's 9-5. It's the first ace for Fernandez tonight.
I think he'll give him another point before he calls the timeout.
Currently a 4-point differential. Largest lead of the night for Jefferson College. We're in the third set. Fernandez with the serve. Summer Meyer plays that one cleanly on the near side. Set to the back row for Mariana Miller. Roll shot trying to find the donut. Deckert was there to eat it up. Sent to the far side for Jelena Gray. She'll tip it across, and it was read cleanly by Mai as she plays it. Set to the far side. That's Peyton Roberts off a block and down. Point Mac 9-6. Roberts with her 7th kill, leading all attackers. And Kendall Dodd back into the game as Roberts goes to serve. The Mac basketball team's in attendance tonight. Roberts serves, played by Nolly. Push set to the far side, going for Gray, and she will send it too far and out. 9-7, Mineral Area gets a point. And Roberts will serve again on the near side. Oh, but Roberts puts it into the net. Service error. 10-7. Second error by Mac in this third set. And that'll send Jeffco libero Julia Reese back to serve. Reese unloads, played by Mariana Miller in the middle of the back row. Back set for Kendall Dodd, off a block and down. Dodd with the kill. 10-8, Mac trails. Her first kill of the night, Kendall Dodd. She does have a stuff block to go along with it. She's a sophomore playing her first year as a Lady Cardinal on the volleyball side. And Landry Blue will serve for the Lady Birds. Nolly receives. Push sent, looking for Jelena Gray. Off a block, no one's gonna get it. Mariana Miller didn't read it cleanly. 11-8, couldn't even move her feet as she was trying to push forward, but had no time. Jelena Gray with another kill, her 8th. And going back to serve, it'll be Alina Deckert. Deckert wears jersey number 8 for the Lady Vikings. She serves with some sideward rotation. Summer Myers there, back set for my far side, off a block and got the line. Jelena Gray and maybe even Summer Hake there. And it's 12-8 Jeffco. That'll quiet the MAC crowd a little bit. Some Jefferson fans to our left as well here at the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse, home of the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals. Deckert serving again. Summermeyer receives, push set to the near side. Campos tips the tape with that one. Good dig by Reese. Played to Gray. She'll go tip drill and Campos right at will. They go back to Campos. She'll tip it into the donut. Point for MAC. 12-9.
That was a good, smart play.
Campos busy on that point. And Katie Huster will come in and serve a full rotation made by Mineral Area. Huster gets the ball from her teammate, Gracie Hicks, who went to get it along the wall. Mac trailing by 3. Huster serve played by Jelena Gray. They're going to set right in the middle. Oh, man, Amari Branch on them. After that perfect set right in her wheelhouse, she'll make Mineral Area pay on that one. 13-9.
Yeah, you can't give her those. She'll do that all day long.
Absolutely. Haven't said her name a lot since set 1. That's Amari Branch on them. Jelena Gray serves for the Lady Vikes, played by Summer Meyer. Short set for Kendall Dodd. Reese is there for the dig. And Jeffco sets on the far side as it's returned to the near wing by Maju Fernandez, but too far and out. Point for MAC, 13-10. Well, at this point in both set 1 and 2, the 13-10 score favored Mineral Area, currently trailing by 3, 23 points in. It was in set 2 where Jeffco brought it back to a 13-13 tie. Mac served by Summer Meyer, played by Gray. Back set on the near side for Amari Branch Autumn into a block, and it's cleared. And after it ricochets back, the attack ball from Jeffco deflected into the seats.
Well, I think Mac just didn't think it was coming back, and they were caught standing straight up.
I believe that was Maju Fernandez, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Alina Deckert. Possibly Jelena Gray. We were screened by the pole that holds up the net here. Katie Huster receives that serve. Max sets Campos on the far side. Her numerical counterpart, Deckert, digs it out, and it's played back into a free ball for Mineral Area. Huster's there, set right in the middle. Roberts off a block, and just out on the near side. Jeffco not happy with the call. That was awfully close to the line. Point for Mineral Area, 14-11. It was Roberts with the kill. Vittori Campos is there to serve. Campos on the far side of the serve line. Her serve played in the back row by Jelena Gray. Back set from Amari Branch Autumn. That one's off a block and into the seats, and it'll be a point for Jeffco. 15-11. And Macy Noli goes back to serve for Jeffco. Noli puts it in play with the bullet serve. Grace Duncan is there. Oh, and a tip drill over her head by Blue, and it's played into a free ball for Mineral Area. Blue going to push that to the near side for Mariana Miller, down for a point. 15-12. Mariana Miller. 15-12, Giovanna Mai comes in.
I think she's done messing around. That was serious.
Oh, yes, it was. And she will go back to serve. And Mariana Miller, dangerous from the serve line. Mac trailing by 3. This is the furthest into a set that they've trailed tonight. We're in the third set. It's tipped up by Deckert and spiking it down. That's Peyton Roberts. 15-13, and a timeout called by Jeffco and Ida Steigert. You're listening to Mineral Area Athletics on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus. Mac leads 2-0, trailing in the third set, 15-13 on the Parkland Sports Leader. 15-13, Mineral Area trailing by 2 points. Mariana Miller serves for the Lady Birds. Put it in play. Noel was there, or Nolly rather, was there for Jeffco, and it's cleared. Tip drill at the net. That's Peyton Roberts. Finds the sideline on the far side. 10 kills for Roberts. 15-14. Mac currently on a 3-0 run. They trail by a point. And Mariana Miller serves again. She'll slow things down with that serve. Reese plays. Push that to the near side for Sydney Burris off a block and down. 16-14. Burris with her third kill. Mac leads in sets 2-0. Trailing by 2 in set 3. Mac has yet to lose a game when leading by 2 sets. And the service error makes it 16-15.
Now, this is where Mac should start moving ahead. Use that air for their benefit.
Peyton Roberts goes back to serve for Mineral Area. She's got an ace and a service error tonight. That's a clean serve played by Macy Nolly. Push set to the far side. Jelena Gray off a block and down. Man, Gray with her 10th kill. 17-15. And it'll be Julia Reese back to serve. Summer Meyer, the libero for Mineral Area, enters the game. 17 serving the 15. Julia Reese, the libero from Brazil, puts it in play. A bullet serve. Summer Meyer plays on the far side. Blue goes and gets it. Max sets to the back row for Mariana Miller. Her numerical counterpart and Maju Fernandez plays, and they set up front for Summer Hake, and she'll spike it into the corner on the near side. Hake with her 4th kill. 18-15 Jeffco. And 2 of Jeffco's wins. We mentioned it earlier in the set. 2 of their wins coming after trailing 2-0. Reese plays it again. It was Mariana Miller to play. They set up front on the near side for Maya, and she'll spike it to the back corner. 18-6, Giovanna Maya. 4 kills for Maya, who wears jersey number 15.
That was a strong hit down the line. There was nobody there at all.
Vittori Campos comes in as Blue goes back to serve. Mac trailing by 2. Need a good run here. Blue serve played by Reese. Up front, push set to Gray on the far side. Mineral Area plays in the back row. Back set for Vittori Campos. Off a block and down, 18-17. That's Campos again. She's got 7 kills, but I say 6 of those 7 points came at the biggest time her team needed her.
Yep.
That was a huge point there for Mineral Area.
Yeah, they definitely needed that point.
It'll be Landry Blue back to serve now for the Lady Cardinals to the far side. Nolly is there. Set right in the middle for Summer Hake. Nobody in the back row is there to receive that one. She'll get a point. Back to a 2-point spread, her 5th kill. And Alina Deckert will serve.
I'm not sure if somebody told Jefferson that Mac's not playing deep or what, but they've been hitting a few of them deep in the court.
Absolutely. Deckert with the serve. Summer Meyer had to dive to get the reception. Free ball coming for Jeffco as Mai could only send it over in a volley. Back set. Branch Autumn. That one's tipped across and played perfectly by Summer Meyer. Now Kendall Dodd off foot, or a flat-footed rather, has to send that one across off balance. Stuff block at the net. 50-50 ball. The joust is won by Jelena Gray. We play on. Back set. Campos. Tip drill to the back row. Maju Fernandez is there. Push set. Jeffco looking for Jelena Gray. Her numerical counterpart in Landry Blue gets the dig, and Mariana Miller sends it across. Set to the near side. Amari Branch Autumn rolls it to the near side. That one's out. 19-18. Mac with the point. And Katie Huster comes in to serve. Mac a point away from tying, trying to win it in straight sets, but they need this set to do so. Huster serve played as Reese was falling forward. Jelena Gray from the 10-foot line. Huster receives that one cleanly. Back push set to the near side. Mariana Miller off a block, and Reese gets a dig. Back set looking for Branch Autumn. She'll tip it off a block. Huster diving dig. Blue back set. Campo swinging. Hits it too far and out. 20-18. I like the idea from Campos, just didn't get the angle on it. Back to a 2-point differential, and Jefferson sends. Is that Jelena Gray back to serve? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Jelena Gray serving for Jefferson, and conversation between head coach Steingert and Alina Deckert. Summer Meyer plays the serve. Blue going to set to Mariana Miller. Off a block and down. Mariana Miller back to a 1-point game. 20-19. Miller with her first kill since early on in this set. She's got 8 of them, and Summer Meyer will serve for Mineral Area.
Very impressive. Good power, good swing.
Meyer gets the sign from head coach Tim Copeland. Meyer hits to the far side. Reese, the opposite libero, is there. Back set for Branch Autumn. That gets the antenna. We're tied at 20. Our first tie of set 3. Summer Meyer could give her team the lead. We're late in this third set. Meyer with the low dribble. Hoists and hits to the far side. It's played by Maju Fernandez. They're going to keep it on the far side for Fernandez. Swinging to the corner. Oh, Houston read it well. Went and got it. Back set for Campos. Off a block and down. Middle Area with the point and a late lead. Campos with the kill. Her 8th. Our first lead change in the third set. Comes 41 points in.
Jeffco's body language is a little down right now.
It absolutely is. This would be a massive loss for Jeffco, and they would end their region slate 2-2. Meaning, if Mineral Area beats West Plains, it's a 3-way tie.
3-way tie.
And Mac could have the best record. And a service ace by Houston. 22-20.
Okay.
Summer Meyer, rather, with the ace. Her second, a 4-0 run for Mac. Jeffco's got a timeout to use it.
Yeah.
Will we see Ida Steingert use it?
Yeah, I was trying to say, I'm not sure why she's not using it.
Now would be a perfect time to use it.
Break that momentum.
Summer Meyer serving again after the huge ace. And a service error gets a point back, 22-21. Tough break.
As a coach, you don't want to see that.
It's the 4th service error, 3 on Mac in this set. Summer Hakes serving for Jeffco. Out, Mineral Area with the point, 23-21. A service error gives the point back to Mac.
We'll trade serves there, that's fine.
That's the second error by Summer Hake tonight. And Mineral Area needs 2 points to send us home. It's Vittoria Campos serving for the Lady Birds. She'll put it in play on the far side, handcuffed the receiver Fernandez. Oh, and there's an attack ball from Branch Autumn. It played well by Campos, but she mishits it into the net. 23-22. And if you're new to volleyball, team's got to win by 2. We're at a 1-point game late in the set, and Grace Duncan checks in for Mineral Area. And Macy Noli comes in to serve for Jefferson. A big point for either side, probably bigger for Jefferson. A point would tie, a point for Mineral Area, and it would be set point, match point. Mariana Miller clears. Jelena Gray is there, push set, looking for Fernandez on the far side. That's off a deflection, Summer Meyer dig. Back set, Peyton Roberts rolls it to the far side. Jelena Gray plays. It's set to the far wing, and Fernandez clears off a block again. Katie Huster with the dig, push set to the near side. Mariana Miller off a block. Jelena Gray has to go get it. Set right in the middle, looking for Sydney Burris, and she clears. Mineral Area again, though, with Mariana Miller, gets the corner far side. Match point, Mineral Area.
There was nobody back in no man's land back there. That corner was wide open. I don't know if she just saw that or it was just luck, but it was wide open.
There wasn't a player within at least 20 feet of it.
No, no way.
And now Mariana Miller with the serve could end it. We're in the third set. Mineral Area ahead and on match point. The serve played by Noli. Set far side for Fernandez. Tip drill dug out by Duncan. Set right in the middle. That's Peyton Roberts and just missed it on the back row. Missed it by about 1.5 feet. 24-23. Life for Jefferson in this third
Oh,
set,
he calls
and
a
Mac,
timeout.
Tim Copeland will use the timeout to settle his team down. Will quickly step aside as well. 24-23, a 1-point game and a big point. It's match point for Mineral Area when we come back. One-point game, Mineral Area leading 24-23, match point. But it's Maju Fernandez with the serve for Jeffco. It was played poorly by Grace Duncan, but Matt clears with Giovanna Mai, and Jeffco sets right in the middle. Tip drill across by Sydney Burris, played by Mineral Area. Back row attack, Mariana Miller, and a good knee dig by Julia Reese. It's played to the back row. There's Mariana Miller from Mineral Area. Back set, Peyton Roberts, tip drill, and it's dug out. Jeffco gonna set for Deckert. She'll push it across. Free ball for Mineral Area. Gotta end it here. Mai swinging, and it's over! Giovanna Mai! 25-23, Mac in straights. A huge win for Mineral Area. Jeffco ends the region schedule 2-2. Mac gets their first win, and with the win next week, all three Region 16 teams tie, and Mac, with the better record, could potentially have the top seed in the tournament and a first-round bye. It's the post-game show coming up. Jackie, that was a huge game.
That was a huge game. That was a huge win. So they did it. They had to come out and do it, and I think they knew that. So, yes.
Fans on their feet. A big celebration for the Lady Cardinals at center court after that kill by Giovanna Mai that ended it. Mineral Area College takes it in straights, 25-19, 25-18, 25-23. The Hubs Pub and Grill post-game show coming up after this. You're listening to MAC Athletics on the home for MAC Athletics on the Parkland, KFMO Sports Plus and AM 1240 KFMO. Hubs Pub and Grill post-game show starts it. Mac wins it in straight sets, 25-19, 25-18, 25-23. We're joined by the assistant coach of tonight's of the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals after tonight's game. That's Jaden Skaggs, coach. A really well played game from both sides, especially Mineral Area. Was this one of those games where they started putting all the pieces together for the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think we have kind of just playing around with what works best with our rotations and what players fit in where and what we're good at, trying to figure out, what rotations we need to take advantage of. And they've really put together, been working hard in practice, and we saw a lot of that come together tonight.
Was this, and I don't mean this to say that any other game doesn't mean a lot, but was this one of those games where coming into the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse tonight, everybody just thought something like maybe they had a chip on their shoulder tonight?
Yeah, absolutely, especially after going to their place and losing in 3. I think the girls came in ready to fight, ready to compete. They are a rival of ours, and so this is always a big game that we try and amp up on campus and get everyone excited for. So to be able to come in and win it in 3 straight was a pretty good win for us, so we're pretty happy.
You guys took set 1 and 2, and then entering that third set didn't have a lead until 21-20. Was there ever any doubt with your team in that third set that maybe we were going to 4 tonight?
No, after we came together right before that third set started, one of the things that we talked about was how we've been really good at not letting them get on too big of runs. So that has been something that we've kind of struggled with this season, is letting people get 5-6 points on us in a row and then not really being able to dig ourselves out of it. And so I think that once that did start to happen at the beginning of the game, they came together, made a few changes, realized what we were doing, and tried to avoid that just like they had been doing the rest of the game.
How important was it for your group to just stay focused in that third set and not prepare for a fourth set?
Yeah, very, very important. I think they kept a steady head. They were pretty calm. We just did what we know how to do best and played their game to the best of ability, not really focus on the score too much, but focus on doing what we know how to do and doing it right.
And you guys are leading by a point, 24-23, late in that third set when Jeffco gets a point to make it that 1-point game, and you guys call a timeout. What's said in the huddle before that final set point?
In that rotation specifically, the Jeffco had kind of run the same things, and we knew that they were going to try and take us out of system and get our setter kind of jumbled. So just pulling it together, realizing what rotation we were in, what rotation they were in, staying on our toes, being calm, being ready to play the ball, and just kind of talking about expecting what's going to come over the net next.
I'll put you on the spot a little bit.
Yeah.
With the win tonight, Jeffco ends their region tournament or region play at 2-2. Mm-hmm. If you beat West Plains, all 3 are 2-2. So how big is that game against West Plains? 1, and if you guys win, how would the seeds play out if everybody's tied?
Yeah, so we went to West Plains, got swept there by 3-2, and we play them at home next. And so I think it's kind of the same mentality that we had coming in here with Jeffco. We went to their place, lost in 3, and then they came in here, and we put up a pretty good fight and worked really hard in practice and came in and knew what we needed to do to win this one. Seating us all to 2-2-2. I don't really know how that's going to pan out, but pretty even region this year. So just excited to get started in regional play, and hopefully the next one we do the same thing that we did tonight and take out West Plains.
You got the Cardinal Classic coming up here over the weekend. You'll play 1 game on Friday and 2 on Saturday. Big weekend for the group, especially on the home floor. What do you want to make of this game heading into that one, and what do you want to make of that tournament?
Yeah, so just of this game, doing the things that we know how to do. I think that we stayed pretty focused. We brought a lot of energy tonight. That's what we've asked of the team in practice leading up to this game. And so getting in the gym tomorrow for practice, making sure that we know we've already played a couple of the teams that we played this weekend here at home in away tournaments. And so being on the home floor, we kind of have a little bit of an advantage, not having to travel and things like that behind us. So getting in, getting focused on those teams, we know what they do, getting our game plan together. But it's going to be a big weekend. We'll be excited to have everyone out here.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank
we'll
you.
See you on Friday and Saturday.
Absolutely.
That's the assistant coach of the Mineral Area Lady Cardinals, Jaden Skaggs, following the straight set winner, 25-19, 25-18, 25-23. We'll take our post-game show timeout, brought to you by Hub's Pub and Grill. When we come back, we'll wrap things up from the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse. A straight set winner for the Lady Cardinals, 25-19, 25-18, 25-23. More on the Hub's Pub and Grill post-game show right after this. All right, right back out of this.